tonight, 5 for 5, your third 5-hit game of your career. When you think about just the success you had at the plate tonight, what's going through your head when you walk up to the plate each at-bat?
I mean, I don't know. Just get a good pitch to hit and get a swing off. I mean, it's not very often you feel good, and so I'm just glad I was able to help the team win.
What were you seeing from Patrick Corbin, and how were you able to attack him?
I mean, he just left some pitches out over the plate, and I was able to just put some good swings on it. I mean, he's a good pitcher, and it's tough. You got to kind of get to him early, and I was able to.
This team preaches the importance of base running. Take us back to that 7th inning, and what are you reading when you're getting to third on Shohei's at bat and then making your way home on Teoscar's hit?
I don't know. You know, you kind of in the moment, you just kind of do things. But really, like to your point earlier, we just preach base running. I mean, that's not the first time we went over things like that. So we do a really good job in preparing, and I was able to put it in action.
With Andy Pages tonight making his major league debut, what did you see from him, and how did he fit in so seamlessly?
Yeah, he did. He's really comfortable and confident, which is huge. It's what we need. You know, the pitching did great to help, and I mean, we got a really good team. We just got to continue to put it together.
All right, Mookie. Well, congratulations on tonight. 5 for 5. You are the first player this season to have a 5-hit game, so congratulations.
Oh, nice. Okay, thank you.
Mookie Betts has been so great throughout his brilliant Major League career with an MVP with the Red Sox, won a batting title there. I'm almost surprised, Dontrell, when I watch him swing the bat that this is only his third career 5-hit game, but just brilliant once again tonight.
You know what? It looked like he was short to the baseball today. He looked like a true leadoff hitter, and the one thing I love about his bat path is he can cover the ball inner half and outer half. It doesn't matter if it's a slider up in the zone, slider down in the zone, four-seam fastball away. He was quick to the baseball, and really he set the tone. Got himself a little lousy knocks out, saw that one go down, and really that set the tone for the whole offense to say, hey, let's just put the ball in play and force them to play clean baseball. And I love his path, and he's got so much power, he can swing that ball 70%. It's still going to jump into the gap. He had a double in left center, a double in right center. That's the Mookie Betts we know and love, and really it's going to get everybody else going in that lineup as well.
You know, it's amazing. You know, we talk about golf, you know, in baseball. You want to have different clubs in your bag. That first knock he got, lob wedge, right onto the green. Then he whipped out the 3-iron, line drive. And then it went to the woods, nice 3-wood, left the driver in the bag because he didn't need that tonight. 5 hits to set the tone offensively. You listen. Mookie Betts and Dave Roberts has talked about this in the past. He's this generation's Rickey Henderson. Now, Rickey Henderson, 145, 150 stolen bases. You don't need to do that today. Well, Mookie Betts does. He is a threat to leave at any time, but also a threat to do damage with line drives and being on base to set the tone for this lineup.
Jerry, you were saying on the pregame show, you thought it was a bit of a statement by the Dodgers to call up Andy Pages here in the middle part of April, but they need his bat in that lineup right now, and first pitch he sees, he lines a base hit the other way. He looks comfortable.
He looked comfortable. You know what? He always looks comfortable. Really looking at him in spring training, he looked comfortable at AAA, absolutely raking. First pitch he sees the other way against a left-handed hitter on a line, knowing I belong here, gets that first hit out of the way. He looks comfortable. You know what I also like? He looked comfortable in center field, too. Outstanding job going the ball, catching at the wall, and he also hit an absolute seed right to the center fielder as well. This young man is going to be a difference maker with the bat. I love the fact that the Dodgers didn't wait around. Hey, we have a guy raking in AAA who's big league ready now. We're going to make some moves, give him a chance at the big league level.
He's swinging to do damage. He's not up there passing. He's not being passive. He's up there to see the ball, hit the ball, and square it up. I love that he was aggressive. He saw the pitch, and it's just like AAA or AA. They make a mistake, especially over the heart. You got to barrel that baseball, and I love that he played with aggression today. It looked like he's been in the big league for 10 years on his first day, to be honest with you. I mean, his route running, his swing, his thoughts, this guy's going to be a factor, and it's going to jumpstart the bottom of that lineup. I guarantee it.
Watching him swing the bat tonight, even on his swinging or fouling balls off. If I was at third base, I would take a couple steps back. If I'm in center field, I start to take a couple steps back because he means to do damage. He's balanced, quick, short to the ball, but powerful. He is going to be a difference maker in this lineup for years to come.
Listen, if I was on the mound and he swung off me, I would get some rosin. I'd be like, this guy ain't messing around with me, man. I mean, I'm telling you, the aggression, he was comfortable early. You could tell when he was stretching pregame, he's like, oh, I'm going to get my foot down. This is I belong here.
And he's only 23 years of age, Jerry. You want that. I mean, if you want to stick in the big leagues, if you're Andy Paz, you can't come up here and be passive and take passive swings. You want to be aggressive, and you want to get after it like he did.
You know, I remember coming up, I had a high school coach by the name of Mark Lindo. My basketball coach, baseball coach as well. He used to always say, seize the day, seize your moment. I don't care if you're 21, 23, 25. When you have an opportunity to put on that Dodger uniform and they're going to give you a chance to go out there and play, seize the day. That's what he looked like to me, swinging the bat. He swung the bat tonight with conviction. He's got a lot of talent.
All right, Dodgers get the 6-2 win over the Nationals. Right now, let's head back upstairs, check in one final time with Steven Nelson and Jessica Mendoza.
The Dodgers leveled the series, Jess. Mookie Betts with the first 5-hit game in the majors this year. Kyle Hurt with his first career major league start. But Andy Paz, remember we were talking at the outset, the Dodgers looking for a spark, having dropped 4 or 5 coming in. He gave it to him the very first pitch.
Very first pitch of his at-bat. And, one thing that Doc Roberts talked about before the game is just this guy is like Will Smith-esque. Super stoic, slow heartbeat. And I'm like, all right, come on, really? But, I mean, first pitch swinging, being able to go inside out, good at bats, playing good D out in center field. And you're right, just bringing some energy and some life into this offense.
And some balance in the offense. Every spot in the order reached base safely.
And that was one of the things highlighted, of course, by Mookie Betts at the very top. 5-hit night, but it kept it going throughout, whether it was walks, figuring out ways. Shoot, Shohei Ohtani there at the end got a slap hit, just beating it out. You saw a variety from every single member of this team.
The series will be on the line Wednesday afternoon. We have a lunch date with you in baseball here at Dodger Stadium. We'll see you then.
I just love that he's the complete player. We're going to Access 360 break down his hitting and also his defensive prowess. Inside-out swing, a la Edgar Martinez back in the day. Just love the approach. This ball's coming in on him, but able to keep his hands inside the baseball to get the barrel to it, rocket to right for his first big league knock. Love the approach, love the leg kick, but he stays balanced. Look at the head down on contact, and he finishes his swing. Outstanding job getting the barrel to it, rocket to right, first of many. Hopefully around 3,000 or so when it's all said and done. I just love his approach. And he also hit a rocket to center. Also defensively, D-Train, outstanding jump. You're going to see him play a little left center, but he's going to get an outstanding jump on this ball. We always talk about route runners. You want to be a great route runner, especially in center field. Find the wall. Make sure your steps are in tune once you hit the track. Love the concentration, able to keep his eye on the ball while feeling for the wall.
This is learning how to play the game and being taught the game right. This is his first time in center field at Dodger Stadium. All of a sudden, he knows how many steps he had to the wall, felt the wall, understood the angle. That's good baseball. That's good coaching to a talented prospect. I love to see that.
Really good first impression tonight for Andy Paz. Meantime, Mookie Betts, a 5-hit game, the third one of those in his brilliant career. Let's hear more from Mookie right now inside the clubhouse.
5-for-5 performance tonight. Is there anything that you've had a hot start to the season in general, but anything you've kind of unlocked maybe in the cage recently to get the results today?
No, not really. I mean, just continue to work and work and work. I mean, sometimes you're going to get them, sometimes you're not. That's just the part of the game.
When you have a stretch like this where you guys lost 4 out of 5, you feel any extra responsibility to kind of spark things, get things going the way you did?
No, not at all. You can't really put extra pressure on yourself, and it's not like I can just say, oh, I'm going to go get a hit. So the game doesn't really work that way. So extra pressure is no good. We just have to keep playing the game. I mean, it's kind of all you can control.
You sure you can't just say, I'm going to go get a hit?
Yeah, I've tried it. It may have worked a couple of times a day, but, it is what it is. I mean, I take great pride in getting us started in whatever form or facet. And today I did a good job.
You were around Pajas in spring training. What sort of stood out to you? What was the night like tonight for him? Go get his first big league hit.
Yeah, I mean, you probably had to ask him, what it was like. But, just from the outside looking in, he worked so hard. He's a really good guy, really good kid. I mean, good player. I mean, this is really my first time getting to see him up close and personal a lot. I saw him a few times in spring, but I'm just happy for him because being in the outfield with him last year, he's just a really good dude, a really, really good kid, really cool, calm. You couldn't even tell it was his debut today, and so I think he did an amazing job.
You put so much time and effort into your defense before the game. How have you found sort of keeping that energy up for the games, and is it a balance at times?
Yeah, I'm sure it is a balance, but I can't not put in the work. That's me. I'm always going to put in work, and I'll overwork before I take a day off, and so I just got to figure it out.
Tonight's Arco top-tier stat line, bottom third of the order, coming through tonight. They went 4 for 11 with a double, scored 3 runs, had an RBI, also had a walk in this game, Jerry.
I just love their at-bats, too. Pajes, Rojas, Barnesy, outstanding job. RBI, the 3 runs scored. That tells me they're on base, John. In order to score, you have to be on base. Outstanding job. Bottom of the order.
They just look more aggressive, especially not missing fastballs up in the zone. That's their job, to be able to turn over the lineup so the big guns can hit 4 or 5 times a game.
Reached base 5 times tonight and scored 3 times. Of course, in that group was Andy Pajes. First pitch he sees in the big leagues, has himself his first big league knock. Let's hear from Andy Pajes right now with Kirsten and the media.
Andy, just your first at-bat, first pitch for you to get your first major league hit. What is going through your head in that moment when you're at the plate making your major league debut?
Primer bateo, el primer picheo, ¿cómo te sentiste después que sacaste el hit?
Obviamente me sentí muy bien, pero sentí que como que salí de eso, ¿sabes? De conectar el primer hit en Grandes Ligas y ya de ahora en adelante es lo que venga.
Yeah, obviously felt really great to get that hit, but it was like a moment passing, like kind of like a fleeting moment to feel that excitement, but also like just to take it all in and then to do what's coming next or to be ready for what's next.
You look like you belonged and how seamless it was, how you fit in with the team and just being out there. How have you prepared for this moment?
Se vio como que tú estabas parte del equipo, que tú ya llegaste a las Grandes Ligas, que es donde mereces estar. ¿Cómo te sentiste de contribuir al equipo y estar en ese momento con ese equipo?
Sí, especialmente en este sprint training que pasó, yo tuve la oportunidad de poder acercarme más a los jugadores del equipo y en el momento en que llegué ellos me hicieron sentir parte de aquí y por eso todo fluyó bien.
Yeah, from the moment of spring training to be a part of the guys, to be a part of that group, I felt like I was a part of that team, just getting to know them, getting to spend time with them, but just, being able to contribute tonight was really nice too.
You always plan on swinging your first pitch and your first at-bat?
Plan antes de darle al primer picheo.
Sí, sí.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with the ball?
¿Qué vas a hacer con la pelota?
Se la voy a regalar a mi esposa.
I'm going to give it to my wife.
¿Cómo?
¿Estás nervioso?
No. Simplemente cuando llegué traté de mantener como la adrenalina abajo para así poder controlar mejor después en el juego.
They asked him if he was nervous. He said no. I was just trying to keep my adrenaline down and just try to play the game.
What did your wife say to you after the game on the field?
¿Qué te dijo tu esposa después del juego?
Que obviamente estaba muy orgullosa de mí y yo obviamente estoy muy agradecido con ella porque es la que está conmigo ahí, ya que mi familia no está conmigo y la que siempre me apoya.
Yeah, she was really proud of me, and obviously I thanked her because she's here with me. My family can't be here, but she's a big part of all of this, and I was just happy that she was here too.
What's her name? Your wife's name?
Alondra.
Just kind of after your first inning in which you were out there, what kind of was the focus for you and allowed you to be just even more efficient and effective?
I think nothing really changed, just kind of settle in a little bit. Really the biggest difference was just getting ahead with Young and with Winker, falling behind, just trying to put pitches over the place and, with the infield single by Young, and then obviously with Winker making a good swing on the 3-2 breaking ball. Just really tried to take it, really get ahead of guys and keep them off balance and try to get some quick outs, and that was kind of the biggest difference. So I didn't really try to change or do too much different, just more about just getting ahead.
You've continued to show just how much value you add to this team, and being a guy who can come out of the bullpen, take down both innings. What is communicated to you just from the coaches in regard to that?
Yeah, no, it's been really cool hearing just how excited and thankful they are, just because it's been a myriad of different roles. I think at least last year was every fifth day, kind of coming in and finishing off the game, or at least giving a couple innings that way. So this year it's been a little bit different every single time. So it's been really fun that way, kind of coming in different situations. But I mean, at the end of the day, any way I can kind of help the team, I'm all for it. So it's been really fun and pretty exciting.
Has there been a learning curve to kind of learn to take pride in that and not chafe and say I'd rather be a starter?
No, early in my career, kind of battle with that, just because with Tampa they did a lot of the opener with me. So at this point, it's just you kind of see where this team's at. Any way you can help, I'm super excited and willing to do. So it's just been fun. But I feel like I did so many different roles early on in my career, where and the communication they have here has been incredible. So if you have that good communication, you can just kind of lock in and get ready to go whenever that is.
Ryan Yarbrough's a guy who accepts his role, D-Train, and tonight, once again, thriving in his role. What did you see from him in this game?
Let's go right to the K-zone, because I saw two different Yarbroughs, especially after the first inning, once he was able to settle into his mechanics and really just his aggression and where he wanted to target the ball. Listen, you cannot stay out the middle. I can't emphasize that more than enough. Fastball, center cut, gets the ground ball, but that's not where he wants to. Now you see the target glove down, the slider cement mix to one of the hottest hitters on their team in Winker, and you're not going to get that baseball back. I don't care who you are, but this is what shows me his work ethic and his mindset. He settles in and says, hey, man, I'm about to go on the edges with this ball. Perfectly placed slider away and down. Make sure he gets the ground ball. That is important for him, and that's how he provides lane. This changeup, that's when I knew he was locked in. He's going to get a lot of people to hit rollover, especially the right-handed batters. They see the baseball. They want to get after it, but the depth change and the speed is going to have them hit the ball on the ground. And again, another good sweeper. That's his job, to get early contact, get ahead and stay ahead. If he gets in these 2-2, 3-2 counts, the hitter is the aggressor. So he understands that situation, but that game could have got away from him today, but he bared down and added some length. He was huge for Dave Roberts in that bullpen today.
And it didn't get away from him because he's a veteran guy. He understands, listen, I'm not going to allow one really bad pitch. And it wasn't that bad of a pitch. It was a 3-2 breaking ball to probably one of the hottest hitters in baseball, Winker. You tip your hat and move on. It was a 2-run homer, but after that, you say, you know what? I still have a 3-2 lead. I'm going to continue pitch my game. Executed all his pitches after that and was outstanding. Gave us 5 strong innings.
Starting with just Andy Pages making his major league debut, how did you see him just handle this moment just really so seamlessly?
I thought he did handle it very seamlessly. It was good for him to get that first big league knock out of the way. And, I just thought that it just added a little bit of extra excitement, anticipation, having him make his debut. And it was a little bit of a shot in the arm. And so he squared up another ball, made a nice play in center field, holding a runner to a single. So he'll be out in right field tomorrow. And just overall a good night for Andy.
With Kyle Hurt, after his first inning, it looked like you kind of had a moment with him. Was there anything that you said that just kind of helped him kind of settle in?
He just didn't feel his best tonight. And you saw in the first inning, there's some hard contact. Fortunately, we had a great relay from Teo to Kike to Austin, and kind of a big out right there. And so for me, it was just, find a way to dig deep and give us another inning, because where we're at, we're in a good spot today with the bullpen, but, that extra inning was huge, and we needed that from him. And so he delivered and, showed me something.
What just stood out to you the most at the plate for Mookie this first one?
I think the thing that stands out most is his plate discipline. He just is not chasing. He really is controlling the strike zone. Even to be able to get a hit the other way, he's using the big part of the field. And so I think for me he's obviously locked in, but he's just controlling the zone really well.
You're stretch like this where you've lost 4 or 5. Is that what the first having kind of the superstars do at the top of the lineup? One guy can kind of do with you guys.
It is. And I managed tonight with a little bit more urgency in the sense of, hitting for guys with the lead and trying to tack on potentially. But absolutely, having the stars be stars, That's why, they're on our roster, and that's why they're superstars. So they got to step up and carry us when we need it.
When you see how hard Mookie was working at short before the game, is there any concern that, man, he might be not sapped for the game, but maybe use so much energy that it seems like there's a balance there that he's going to have to strike?
You know what? I with most players, I think that's completely fair. But I think for Mookie in particular, it's kind of, once he gets to the season, he works. I mean, he works as hard as I've ever seen. I've never seen anyone work as hard as he works before a game. And we've had some guys that are good practice players. But I think he just, I don't know how he does it because he doesn't expend too much energy. You would think that he does, but he's just so mentally tough that he can handle it, and physically, obviously not a very physical guy, but it certainly hasn't affected performance, as we look out. But that's kind of who he is, and that's what he's done his entire career.
When you see Shohei swing at the first pitch 3 times with runners in scoring position, what does that tell him?
Yeah, I think that I will say that, with Shohei, he's obviously a very aggressive hitter. But you can see that these aren't balls that he can do a better job of getting into a count. And I think right now he's being super aggressive, more than he's ever been aggressive with runners in scoring position. So we have to temper that back. And make these guys continue to make pitches, and we'll address that.
Do you have a starter for tomorrow?
Landon Knack's going to start, and we're going to make that corresponding move tomorrow.
There is a speed bump on the front. There is a speed bump on the front.